I'm here today with Deacon Larry Hiner. Deacon Larry, welcome to today's show.
Thanks, Alan. Yeah, really appreciate having the chance to talk with you and record this and share it with others.
So tell me, when you, first of all, I want to go through the title Deacon Larry, and because there's something about in life.
Mm-hmm.
Life, we go to work every day, we do business, but
right.
There's a significance behind the title Deacon Larry. When did you become a deacon?
4 years ago, I was ordained by Bishop Soto here in the Roman Catholic Church in the Diocese of Sacramento. So I was ordained, and deacons usually have some life before. Married, 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and counting. Hoping for some
Excellent.
more.
Yeah.
So we've lived a life. I worked for IBM. I earned my doctorate in organizational psychology. So I've been doing a lot of that work previously. When I was ordained as a deacon, one of the things that I tried to have integrated into my work life was the perspective of human dignity, that people deserve to be respected just because they are. From a religious standpoint, I could say because we are all children of God. But even from a humanistic standpoint, saying that we're all created, we're all here on this earth together, we're brothers and sisters as human beings, we're all worthy of having our work and ourselves respected and have dignity. And we find that there's a lot of issues that come up in the workplace that are because people aren't recognizing that with each other. So what we do is we work with organizations to try to help them at different levels, management, leadership, team level, to not only dignify work, but have that become part of the culture in the organization. So that people are honored, respected, they feel that they're doing meaningful work, and they feel like they're continuing to learn throughout their jobs and their lifetimes, and that contributes eventually to the organization as well. So what are you thinking?
What's a good time for a company to come and meet with you, a Deacon Larry? Is it from the get-go as they establish themselves, or do you want them to go through their business processes a little bit, have a few employees behind them as they build out?
Well, here at Impact 18, we've got a lot of startups.
Okay.
People that are 2, 3, 5 people in their organization. And of course, they're looking to get their product out there, whether it's a minimally viable product or whatever. They're trying to get it out into the market and tested. They're trying to get funding for it by showing that it's a successful and needed product. And all of that is really good. And the next level, the next step that they're going to take is to grow. When they get into manufacturing or rolling out, whether it's a service or a product, they're going to acquire other people. And we help them think about, even at that stage, help them think about what is it that you want your organization to look like as you expand to 10, 20, 50, 100 people, 200 people, whatever that is required. What is it that you want that to look like? How do you want your employees to be engaged in your company? How do you get them to stay and not just come in and work for 6 months and move down the street just because it's a more exciting opportunity where they have opportunity to learn something else? Well, build that into your organization. We can do that. Communications and work styles, we help assess those so that people are able to communicate to each other better and convey that sense of culture. Not that every company has to be a huggy-feely, kumbaya type family organization. You can choose the kind of organization that you want to have, the culture that you want to have, and you want to make it positive. Does that make sense to you?
It does. But what's very unique about what you do, the organizational design, is when you bring in spirituality and actual culture. I call it spirituality, but
right.
It is, because that's what it is, where we look at human values and attributes. How did you get inspired? for this direction?
For me personally, it was trying to integrate and be one person, and not a deacon in the parish and then Dr. Larry, which they do call me in the more secular world, in the work world, and call me Dr. Larry because I don't go by deacon there, although I let people know that I am. Not everyone is informed by their spirituality or their religion, and that's okay. I am. That's what inspires me. Other people are inspired by productivity in the workplace, human decency, a sense of doing what's right, a sense of social norms and propriety to get along that way. So whatever the motivation is, eventually it's going to lead to good results in the company. If you establish a good learning organization, then you'll grow into a successful company. You will have results, and that's a mantra. So for me, what my bringing, my spirituality to it, if people want to talk about that, I'm happy to. But a decade ago or so, when people would talk about emotional intelligence, people thought, oh, that's that woo-woo stuff, and we talked about mindfulness. And those kinds of things, people thought that was out on the edge. Now it is mainstream. You find mindful programs for leaders and for managers and for employees, people practicing mindfulness, people practicing emotional intelligence, learning about it and practicing it in the workplace to make the workplace a better place to work. So that was fringe then. Now, even talking about a certain, as you say, certain spirituality actually is edgy, because it's as if one is coming in, as if I'm coming in and saying, well, you need to be of this religious persuasion, and I'm not saying that at all. What we're talking about as spirituality is a sense of something beyond ourselves that is at work in our human life. Right? Is that what you understand?
Yes. And how does an individual go about, and the entrepreneur or the person who wants to engage your services, contacting you? Do you have a website, email, phone number?
Sure. Our website is, I'll say our company name is Workforce Equanimity. So our website is workforceeq.com, workforceeq.com. And I'm Dr. Larry at DRLARRY at workforceeq.com. Also, if people want to get hold of me on my mobile number, text or phone me, I'm at 916-709-0737.
Dr. Hines, thanks for being on today's show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Alan. Appreciate it.